Well, I joined the Royal Navy in 1960, and I specialised in microwave warfare. Radar, obviously, which uses microwave, but they don't just teach you radar, they teach you all about microwaves and other uses. So I understood about microwave warfare and how it can damage people, how it can harm people. Microwaves then were used as weapons, as they are today. It is a perfect stealth weapon, and when governments don't like a group of people, for instance, the ladies who protest at Greenham Common in England about the American missile base they camped, they were microwaved. We microwaved Catholics in Northern Ireland to make them sick. It goes on all over the world. And it's a weapon that you don't know you're being targeted, because the dose is very, very low, which is actually more dangerous than a high dose. It's very, very low, and it may take a year or two, but you can cause neurological damage and cancers.
Our cities have been flooded with microwave weapons. They're everywhere, and government doesn't like you. Especially if you're a conservative, a pureblood, you are going to be targeted by these weapons. Pay attention to these towers. They look like regular cell phone towers, but in fact, these are weapons platforms equipped with beam-forming technology, and they can beam you through the wall. They can attack you while you sleep, and they're known to cause cancer even if they're not targeting you. But now we know that these cell towers are targeted people, and they're even targeting people in places where you don't see cell towers, like this Tesla charging station. They've basically have weaponized infrastructure to such an extent that these weapons are everywhere, and the coverage is basically everywhere. There's nowhere you can run or hide when this system is after you, and essentially it's all automated by artificial intelligence. They have a program that basically runs through a list to target people. If you've ever been flagged on social media like Facebook or ScrewTube, then chances are you're on that red list and you will be processed. If you're currently feeling chronic fatigue, heart palpitations, recurring headaches, or pain not associated with an injury, especially the sudden onset of pain, chances are you're being targeted by these weapons right now. And everybody needs to know just how dangerous this technology is, because they've been microwaving people for decades, but now they can do it with smart technology, and they can basically pull your face out of a crowd, and they can basically link your profile to your GPS coordinates thanks to your phone and other technologies. And so the process has become so much easier today to target people than ever before, and they're not going to deny themselves the opportunity to take you out, to basically redraw the maps, to purify the demographics, to sanitize society. They're not going to miss that opportunity with this technology while people are unaware that it's going on. That's why we need to continue to raise awareness on the dangers of 5G and directed energy weapons. And of course, people need to protect themselves from these weapons. And these weapons can be in infrastructure, but they can be deployed like with equipment like this. Little ones can be posted outside of your residence in case you're out there in the woods or something like that, and they can fly planes over your location and get you that way as well. And so people need to start protecting themselves. We've been targeted by these weapons for many years now. We've been talking about it, and we've had the opportunity to basically test out shielding strategies like nobody else can, quite frankly. And we've put that all together in a quick and easy guide that we call the Transhuman Genocide, the Enemy at the Gate, the ultimate guide to EMF shielding, directed energy weapons, and artificial intelligence. We've made this guide super inexpensive so that people can protect themselves. Normally, a book like this on Amazon sells for about $1,000, and we're basically selling it for $8 so that people can basically protect themselves, and so that we can raise awareness on this issue. If you're not protecting yourself in the modern world, then basically you're running around naked, exposed to every weapon that's out there, and it's only a matter of time before they make you pay for it. And of course, these weapons, they've been around for quite some time, but now it's to such an extent that they can basically pick you off from miles away from a cell tower with surgical precision. I'm not sure what the video guy is doing, but yes, it's the new climate change, ladies and gentlemen, and people have been attacked by these weapons. Oh, the guy is just on vacation. This is beyond disturbing footage. But we have all sorts of whistleblowers telling us that this is happening at the NSA level, at the Five Eyes level. And so there's really nowhere to run. And these people are basically out of their minds. They're like, we want to make you sick. We're coming after you with all of these different types of weapons and so on and so forth. They're very serious about these weapons programs, and they're very serious about killing people that stand in their way. And that's why everybody basically has to protect themselves, especially if you plan on fighting this new world order in the future. And so we strongly recommend that you educate yourself when it comes to what these energy weapons are and how to protect yourselves. And basically, it is a lot of research, and it does take a lot of time to figure out exactly what you need against military grade weapons. And so our strong recommendation again is that you basically get this book so that all of that information is there for you, and you can go directly to shopping for what you need, instead of spending months and months trying to figure out what will work, testing it out, only to find out that it doesn't work. But these weapons are like nothing else, to say the least, and we've been dealing with it for quite some time. What else do we have in the news? The farmer rebellion continues to grow out there in Germany. The numbers are still strong 7 days into the protest, as people are fed up with what's going on with the hyperinflation. Government wants to starve you. They want you to eat bugs. They want to take everything away from you. And so it's not just that they're trying to kill you with energy weapons. They want to starve you to death. And unless people basically wake up to what's going on, it's only going to get worse. Yesterday, there was a massive protest at the White House. Had they brought the guillotines, it could have ended the hyperinflation and the nationalized pedophilia all in one strike. But unfortunately, it just didn't get as far as all of that. They did breach the gate, however. Another friendly reminder that mind over matter works. The body can heal itself through the power of the mind, demonstrated over and over again by the placebo effect. Be sure to check out the latest videos on our timeline, because there's so much there waiting for you, to say the least. If you haven't subscribed to our Telegram feed, it's at STFN Report on Telegram. Be sure to get the app from Telegram, because we've actually been banned by the app stores, and so you won't be able to see that page if you're on iOS in most countries, and the Google App Store as well. You'll have to get the Telegram app for Android on the telegram.org website, or use the desktop version if all else fails. There is also the web page that you can use to see our feed uncensored. This is the new meat. It's going to be nice and affordable for you, courtesy of Bill Gates, since regular meat has become basically Soylent Green prices just in time, because people have been fattened up for the slaughter, feminized and fattened up, so that they can't defend themselves, and this is only the beginning of the nightmare. We see a lot of people talking about tunnels, and while it does seem interesting as far as what's happened in New York, these are the tunnels they don't really want you talking about, and chances are whatever did happen in New York was a distraction. They don't want you talking about what really matters. These people on television, they want to kill you. They want you to eat bugs. They want to genocide the whole planet. It was on the Georgia Guidestones, and basically they've destroyed the evidence, but the plan remains. They want to kill you, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not a joke. Be sure to follow the silenced and not the science, according to reports. In any case, we just want to mention again, if you haven't gotten our guide to survive energy weapons and the transhuman genocide, be sure to get that. Right now it's on our Patreon page at patreon.com/STF News. It'll soon be available on other outlets, major websites, and in paperback form, but that's still a couple weeks away, so you're going to have to be patient for all of that. But for the meantime, you can certainly get the digital copy on our Patreon for only $8, and that'll be slightly less expensive than on the major websites and the paperback copy. So you can get that today if you haven't already. Until the next time, if you're listening to this, you are the Resistance.